Hello.
Hello.
Have you been practicing your Greek?
I am. I was there. I didn't realize that's where Ernie was going
Oh, you were there. How long ago?
a month and a half ago.
Oh, really? I've only been to Mykonos. I've never been to the rest of the countries.
We actually were in the city in
Oh, in
Athens
Athens. Oh,
because we had my grandchildren, but we stayed there. There was a Four Seasons hotel. Fabulous. It was an
wow.
incredible experience.
Oh, nice, nice.
Beautiful place. You know, it's fascinating to see because there was a fairly substantial Jewish community there till the
Oh, in
Germans.
Athens? I know there was in what's it called? A little farther north. There was I forget what it's called.
Yeah, there was a town where it was actually, I don't remember the name either, but that was actually like something like 70% Jewish. So
Right.
the days they would hold Shabbos as the day off for everybody.
Right, for the Goyim, yes. Yeah, I used to have neighbors from there, but they said that their parents, the Nazis even went there. The Nazis took them all out. It's crazy. So you saw the Acropolis and all the other good stuff?
I apologize. My
That's
wife
okay, no
needs me, so I'm going to be going off. Okay.
Okay.
I will miss it. I will do it afterwards.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, take care, Joe. Hello. Oh, nice room. Where are you?
Very nice. This is in Athens.
Uh-huh.
You're not here. I don't know if you can see it. That's the
Oh, I see.
Acropolis. That's the Acropolis. You see the lighted thing on the top there?
Yes, yes.
That's it's all
Oh, all the
beautiful.
way in the back. I see, at top
That's
of the
the
hill.
Acropolis, the Parthenon and the Acropolis lit up there.
Uh-huh. Wow.
It's not that, I mean,
Yeah.
it's hot. It's not crazy.
I'm not crazy. How's Mark Shapiro doing?
He's doing good.
That's good. How many are in the group?
I would say 30, 35.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good crowd.
There's 11 people in the group. I think 30.
All right.
Tunisia had a small group. I think they had 20, right, Susan?
Tunisia?
Yeah, you know, what's his name? Yaakov Yellen. He went to Tunisia.
What did he say about it?
My brother went to Portugal earlier this year,
With
2 months ago.
With the Torah in Motion group?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm sure he had a good time.
Yeah, they were in a very nice program.
Yes. The Kelmans are here for this trip too.
Oh, that's good. That's always helpful.
Let me just close that.
Yeah, George was online, but something came up. He had to go off. Johnny, you've been to Greece?
Yeah. You?
I went to Mykonos. I was there for a destination wedding. That was
Oh,
it.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
No, we went to a Pesach program, and which was not in Athens itself, but before that, we were in Athens for a few days.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Athens has 5 million people. It's a very big city.
Oh, really? That big?
Yes, a very big city.
It's still full of graffiti.
I mean, you know, come
Graffiti
in.
was horrible there.
You come in like in the forest. It's very nice. We just came in a couple hours ago. We're starting tomorrow.
The Jewish museum is very nice. It's not big, but it's interesting.
In Athens?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How far is Sparta? Sparta? You running to Sparta?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Sparta. Does that exist? Maybe there are rules.
I think
don't know.
it's in Turkey. I think.
Oh, some things are in Turkey.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Cyprus, broke
yeah.
away from Greece. It's not
Right. It's
part.
half and half. Yeah.
That would
Some
be
country.
interesting. The British probably, I don't know if they have, because the Jews were interned in Cyprus,
Right. Yeah.
turned away from Palestine.
Yeah. Salminio.
Salminio, exactly. Okay, so we're on Ayin Hay 75. We're dealing with, remember we had the person who had a home in the city walls, Bate Ir Choma. And if you sell that house, if you redeem it from the person you sold it to within 12 months, and you can get the house back. If it goes beyond 12 months, you lose the house. So the buyers would make themselves scarce. They would hide so that the seller couldn't find them in the last day of the 12th month, because they didn't want to lose the house and have it redeemed. So Hillel made a takana that the seller can, if he wants to redeem the house, he can go to Beis Din, and even though the guy doesn't want to receive the money, it's considered an asin. But where Hillel did not make the takana, Michlal de ba'am and asin about korchalov and asin. You give somebody something against their will, it's not an asin. So Maski for Rav Papa Vitem Rav Shimi Barash. The Dilmaki is Trechlele Tekuni. Maybe when Hillel made a takana, it's because Shalom B'fanav. The guy is hiding. Aval B'fanav. When, remember because we brought the case, if the man made a get out tonight that the woman gives him $200 and he doesn't want to take it back. So we were saying that it would not be a get. So, and we wanted to bring a riot from Hillel. But who says maybe b'fanav, when you're actually giving it to the person, bein midai to bein bal korchav in asina. Maybe that would be considered an asina. Vikid yom yom rava. Mitakon shel Hillel. What we learned from the Takana of Hillel by the Bate Irei Choma, if a man says, here is your get, but you have to give me $1,000. And she gave it, whether he knows about it, he doesn't want it, whatever, having the sina. Hillel made the takana that you give it to Beis Din, that's because the guy is hiding out. Shalom b'fanav. Aval b'fanav, maybe bein midai to bein bal korchav in a sina. And on this, maski for Rav Papa v'tem Rav Shimi Barasi v'yom afil b'fanav nami midai to in al korcho lo. Maybe in a chanami, maybe it's not considered in the scene if he doesn't want it. The Hillel, my district, they talking. Hillel made the takana there. If somebody gives a gift to somebody not in his face, in any other situation except for the Batacham, it's not considered an asina. If you give it to the guy and he doesn't want it, it's machlokas rishonim whether it's considered a giving or not. We have rules on how to paskin a shaim. In general, a single tana against a number of tanoim, the halach is always like the majority. So here we're told that whenever the Mishnah states halacha like Rav Shimon Gamliel, the halacha is always like him, except for 3 cases. Orev, Tzaydin, or Rayachron. So, for example, if somebody loans somebody money and there's a co-signer, so there's a debate. Can you go to the co-signer even if the borrower has money? The din is you can't. But that's not like Rav Shimon Gamliel. Rav Shimon Gamliel says no, that if the borrower has money, you can't go to the cosign. Our case, which we talked about, Sidon, where the husband said, I'll give you divorce if you give me back my bekesher, and there was no bekesher, so he said the woman can get away with the get if she gives him the money worth. And also the case of Raya Achrona. If a person says to Bezdin, admits, I have no proof, and then he comes to Bezdin later on with proof, we don't rely on those proofs. According to Shimon Gamliel, we do, but we don't paskin like it. Torah Bora. Areza gitech baniyar shali. Person gives a woman a get and says, but I'm going to keep the paper. So Eino Megurashas, because he hasn't given her anything. Amanasha Tachzirili as a neyar. If he does it with a Tanai, that on the condition if you give it back to me, then it is Megurashas. Now, why? Maishta Reish and Maishta Seif. Amar of Chizahamani. Reb Shimon Gamliel, the Amar, he's the one that said by the Bekesha that if the Bekesha is lost, the woman can fulfill the Tanai by giving its value. Titin los damel. Achanami efshar d'mefaisel lebedami. Here also, he doesn't have to give her the pay. She doesn't have to give him the paper back. She'll give him a few shekels or the value of it, and therefore it's considered as if she received it. When he talked about the Bekesha in the Mishnah, and it got lost, so fine, it's not around. So there he gave the woman an out by paying the money. But if the get is on the paper is here, it's not lost. Did Rabbi Gamliel say such a case there? No. So rather, the Omar Be'inan Tnai Kof. The concept of a Tnai was learned from the Tnai of Reuven and Gad, where they wanted to inherit land on the east side of the Jordan. So Moshe Rabbeinu said, yeah, but you got to come and fight. So Moshe Rabbeinu made a Tnai with them. If you come and fight, you'll get the land. If you don't come and fight, you won't get the land. So you have both sides of the Tnai. And if you don't say both sides of the Tnai, it's not a Tnai. And here, he just said, he didn't say, it's not going to be a get if you don't give it back to me. So it wasn't a Tnai Kafel. That's why it doesn't work. So what are you going to say? That if he gave a double Tnai, the get would be bottle? We learn all conditional statements from the Bnei God of Bnei Reuven. And Mahasum Tnai Kodem Lamaisa, that means first he said, if they will cross over and fight, then he'll say, then I'll give you the land. Here he said, here's the get, if you do that. So he didn't formulate it properly. It's possible mishum demaisa kodem litnai. Master v'adabarav the time of the demaisa kodem litnai. But if you would have made the t'nai that give me back the paper, then it'll be a get. Lo avigita. Why? Mitei kotnai mehechi gamilo mitnai b'nei gad b'nei Reuven. Ma'asum t'nai b'dover echad demaisa b'dover echad. By the b'nei gad of b'nei Reuven, it worked because there was an action and then there was a condition. I'm going to give you the land if you come and fight. Here, it was the same thing, the get. Here's the get, if as long as you don't return, it's no different actions. Is why it's possible. Ravashi Amar Amani Rabbi Amar Vun Amarav Kol Omer Amanas Kol Omer Me'achshav Dami. That means he held that the get was a good get because Amanat is like saying Me'achshav. Even later on, she has to return it. The get is chal right away. Askin Shmuel Begita de Shchiv Mera. Person on his deathbed wants to give a get. Shmuel made language takonos. Im lo mati lo yehe get. If I don't die, it should not be a get. The imati yehe get. If I die, then it'll be a get. So the Gemara says, Lema imati. Why doesn't he say the reverse? Imati yehe get. If I die, it'll be a get. Im lo mati lo yehe get. So the Gemara says, like lo magdim inish peronis olanafche. You don't want to like al tiftach pela satan. You don't want to start with the bad news. Okay. Lema, why doesn't he start off by saying lo yehe get im lo mati? Why does he say im lo mati lo yehe get? Because be'in and t'nai koidim l'maisa. The t'nai that it's not going to be a get has to be before the maisa of death. I mean, where do we look conditional statements from? Mitnai b'nei Gad b'nei Ruvain. And Mosam hein koidim l'lav. The positive act has to be before the negative. Because they said, come and fight, or they were given the side of do it, you'll get the land, not if you don't come, you won't get the land. And here you started off lo yehe get im lo mati. Amar Rava im lo mati lo yehe get, because that's how you have to start, because we don't want to be tiftach pela satan. Then im mati yehe get, and then im lo mati lo yehe get, you repeat. Im lo mati lo yehe get lo magdi inish paras lo nafshe, because we don't want to open up with death. Im mati yehe get im lo mati lo yehe get be'in l'hein kodem l'lav. That's the positive act prior to the negative act. Mishnah. Areza gitech amenashe tam shetisham shiasapa. Here's your get, but you have to work for my father. Or amenashe teniki as b'ni. You have to nurse my child. Okay. Is there a time limit? How much she has to do? Most nursing is 2 years. Now, if she had nothing to do with it, the son dies or the father dies, so it's not her fault. The Tanai was not Mekuyim because they died before the 2 years, but it's not her fault. If he was specific and gave a number of years, or as long as he was not the one that made her angry, it's still not a get, because he specifically gave us a time frame on it. However, it is a good get. As long as she's not the one that caused the problem, we're not going to penalize. If the problem is not due to her action, if he was not specific, he just said you have to nurse. Do we need a 2-year nursing for a minute? If the wife worked for the father for 1 day or nursed for 1 day, I raise again. That means when Rav Shimon Gamliel said that, give me back my Bekesha, the Bekesha was lost, according to Chachamim, there was no way to make a kind of t'nai, and you couldn't use that get. According to Reb Gamliel, you could use the get because she gave the money. What's these from Reb Gamliel? The mission we just learned from Reb Gamliel. And he had stated that he wanted 2 years. If he didn't fill it, then Reb Gamliel would not allow it. The Baraisa would go like the Chacham. Right, the Gemara, but our Mishnah clearly stated an opinion for Reb Gamliel. I mean, to say for Reb Gamliel, has to be Chacham. Ela Baraisa Reb Gamliel the Mekel Bitnai. Reb Gamliel was the more lenient person by these getim. Like he said, all she has to do is give the money. And the Mishnah is Rabbah. Rav Amar Loi Kasha, Kan Bistam, Kan Mafarish. He says the Mishnah, where he didn't specify a time, even 1 day will work. When there's a specified time and she didn't fill it, then it doesn't work. Rav Ashi Amar Kol Stam Nami Ki Mafarish Echad Dami. If you didn't give a specific time, 1 day is enough. Tanan Kami Yimei Nikto. Our Mishnah said, how long does the nursing have to go on? Shtei Shani. The way Rav is learning, it works. El Ravashi, Lama Li Shtei Shani. Lama Li Shmona Esrei. He said 1 day would be enough. Yom Echad Sagi. Hachi Karba, Yom Echad Mishtei Shani. 1 day out of 2 years. Lafuki Lachar Shtei Shani. You don't have to wait after 2 years. The law. Or Yom Echad Mishmona Esrei Chodesh. Lafuki Lachar Shmona Esrei Chodesh. The law. Meisvei Hareza Gitech Amanasha Tam Shemias Abish Shani. Here's your gap, but you have to work for my father 2 years. Or Amanasha Tenikes Benish Shani. Mesa Ben, which is not her fault. Or the father says, I can't have her service me. If Shalobah Pada, even if she's not the one who caused it, ain't no get. So Bishmar Rava, he explains Reisha B'Eloy Parish Sefer the Parish. You could say the Reisha was where they did not specify a specific amount of time, and the Sefer where he specified. El Ravashi, where he says 1 day is enough according to all the cases. Maishna Reisha, Maishna Sefer. So according to Ravashi, would be a kasha. Okay. Tomorrow night, same time. I mean, noontime. Works.
Yeah, it works. Works.
Good.
Okay.
See you.
Enjoy. Have a good time.
Enjoy.